about the twin fields. What is a twin field? How we can create the twin fields, and also how we set up the twin fields, and when it can be used, and what is the use of creating the twin fields in the Salesforce CPQ. So it is a fantastic feature that was given by the Salesforce CPQ. If you want to know about any product related thing, for example, we have a product and we have added it to the code. So what will happen? A code line will be formed. So if you want to display something related to the product, even on the code line, then these twin fields can be useful. So it is a CPQ feature. It is a CPQ feature that lets you create for certain objects two fields that are of the same name, same name, type, and the data from the one object to automatically displayed on another object. Okay, so this is the feature of the twin fields. So whenever you are creating the twin fields, you can create it on two objects. Here, let me take you an example. There are also certain criteria and conditions are there in order to create the twin fields. We'll discuss it later. So first of all, when to use and how to use it, we'll see. So when we will use. So if you want to use the twin fields, you can use on a product or code line. So the relationship between two objects should be crisp and clear. That is the product and the code line. So both the two objects will have a relation such that whenever you add the product to the code, it will create a code line for that specific product. So whatever that you are populating on the product field, that is not populated on the code line editor. But if you want to show some message to the sales reps for the product related information, then you can create the twin field and you can show it on the even on the code line editor. So you can use a twin field anytime you want to populate the same data from one object to another. Like I told you, an example, we have a product, let's say headphones. So you added this product to the code. Some okay. So you want to display an information on the headphones product page on the code line editor of the code. This code 3Q0034 something, some whatever it may be. Okay. Then what you have to do, you have to create a field on product page, that is product object, and same field you have to copy paste the things, that whatever you have created the name and the type should be also the same. So create same field on quote line editor of quote line object. Okay, so because why you are creating on quote line object? Because product is related to the quote line. Okay, so when you take individually, product object is nothing but quote line object also, but it is on the quote level. So product is same, but once we have added this product to the quote, then it will be called as a quote line object. Okay, so for this purpose, we will use the twin fields. So it is like mapping the data. So mapping the data of an object. So if you want to display some information which is related to the product, it can be displayed on the another object also when the both objects have certain relationship. Okay, now we'll see how we can create it. Go to the Salesforce CPQ. This is the home page of the CPQ. So from here you can create the twin fields. First of all, you need to go to the object manager. So first we have to create the field in product. This is the product object. Go to the field. So we need to create the new field. For example, I am creating a text field here. So I'm selecting the type as text and move on to the next. Now here you can give the field label. For example, I'm creating a field name special feature. So length is 16 characters. That's it. Save. Click on next and save it. So I have created the field on product object and it is a text field. So same field we have to create on quote line. So go to the quote line and it is a text field. So here also we need to the same type and same name. Otherwise the twin field feature cannot be applicable. No. Save it. So we have created twin fields successfully. Now we need to check whether it is created successfully or not. Go to the product page. For example, take this one. Here you are seeing the special feature. So click on edit. FHD and save. Now we will check it whether it is displaying on quote line or not. So go to the quote, add this product to the quote and save it. Click on edit lines. Once we have added this product to the quote and save it. If you go to the code line, then you are able to see the populated information for the field that we have created. So this is the one. Save it. Save it. Now go to the code lines. Click on this one. Then you are able to see that option here, special feature. So it is populated the same thing that we have created in the product page, and it is also showing in the code line editor. So in the code line also you are seeing the same thing. Okay, in this way we will create the twin fields. So like I told you, we have to follow certain criteria in order to create the twin field feature. So what are those things? Conditions to check. So you need to check, always double check that the two objects you want to use to create twin fields are compatible. And also, when you're creating the twin field on the second object, do not copy paste the C in the field label, because if you do this thing, what will happen? Those will not become the twin fields, because this will not be the same for both objects. So it will break the connection automatically. So because the name has the different type, so the name will consist of underscore underscore c. So and when you are creating this twin field on the second object, if you copy paste that field API name in the field label, what will happen? The connection will be break, because the name that we have entered in the first object is special feature, and we have added the special feature underscore underscore. See, the break will be, the connection will be broken there. So please check before saving the name of the second object also. So repeat the same thing on second object by creating the same name, same type of the field. So if you're creating the formula field, for example, if you're creating the formula field, so the output should be the text or checkbox, like that will be there. So if you have created any formula fields, so the output is, if you selected checkbox for the object one, and if you selected text is second one, so there also there will be a connection break. So before saving the object name, before saving the fields, what you are creating for the specifically for the twin fields, you need to double check whether the information that you are entering for the fields are same or not. So otherwise the connection will be broken. So the twin fields feature will not be applicable. Okay. So whatever that you are creating on the first object should be the same on the second object. And the last one, and it is very important. So what will happen in order to create the feature, in order to apply this feature, the record should be in comparison with the Twinfield creation. That is, if you want to populate the data in Twinfields on both objects, the record should be initially created. Then only it will populate. That means if you have already created the code, that means if you have already added one product to code and you open that code line, you will not able to see the data. Why? Because whenever you are creating the twin fields, once you have created the twin fields and initially you have added the product to the code, then only the mapping data will be applicable. If it is already created records, this twin field feature cannot be applicable. Once you have created the twin fields and you have added the product to the code, then only it is applicable. So if you want to apply the twin fields, first you have to create the twin field feature and then start creating the records. Then only it is applicable. Already created records will not have this feature applicable.